Welcome to the most heretical stream on the internet. I give you Wally1169.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream and welcome back for Captain of Industry. We were here last time on Saturday. We did some work on aluminum, and that means we can now go to space, kind of. So we'll take a look at that perhaps, or we can work on nuclear. Let's see what happens. But first, Graspian's over there on YouTube. You are house sitting for a friend, so you have the stream on the TV, plus the stream on the laptop for chat, and Twitch, just for completeness. Nice. Yeah, I've been known to watch a stream or two on the TV as well. And Nerd, another Nerd is here on the Twitch. Thank you for claiming first. So let's switch into the game and see where we're at. We are here. Look at that. So we have a full box of aluminum. So we can now use the aluminum for making the things that we looked at last time. That I don't remember exactly what they were called. And then we also have all this nuclear waste accumulating. We now have 3 buckets full, nearly full, of the depleted uranium. And we also have this spent fuel as well, accumulating nicely as well. So we need to deal with both of those things. Looking at the tech tree, other than plugging our people into the internet, which we learned was going to cost us quite a few flops, we are not going to do that right now because of that. And it seems to just give them more unity, which we could use, but we don't really need. So the space stuff is here specifically. So we want to make, well, actually go back here one step. We need to make the rocket assembly depot and the rocket launch pad and the rockets. And we can also get a reinforced surface, which I thought we already had. Maybe we didn't already have that one. We need to use assemblies to make those things. We can either make these things, the composite panels. Those are needed for making the rocket. And we make those in assembly 3 or 4. 8 aluminum plus 1 steel plus 2 plastic makes 8 panels. Or we can double the flavor, double the fun. Yeah, that's the ones. And then we also can make those composite panels into these composite cores with more steel and electronics, and then turn those composite cores into station parts with solar cells and chemical fuels. So we need to do some stuff today for that. The alternative thing, and then that once we get a space station launched into space, which I'm assuming we get once we get these things made, then we can work on unlocking the crewed station, which means we'll need to have medical supplies 2 up and running by then, and more things. So we'll have to figure that out when we want to do that as well. The alternative is, at this point, nuclear reactor 2. Let's see, 5 stream streak for watching. Nice. It's like a year. Yeah, it's like a year. And Addicted to Capping, welcome in. Thank you for...
Poke, poke, poke. Is that all you do?
And the poke. What about trains before space? So yeah, we're working our way toward trains too. Other than that, what else do we have undone yet here? Did we do everything in this category? I think we did. Yeah, we did. We can delete that one from our list here. As I mentioned, we're skipping the internet for now. Then we need to get into lab equipment 4. Wizard hat.
Nerd alert!
Nerd alert. Yeah, all redeems right now. There's the hat, and today's nerd shirt is channel gear. Okay, so that stuff, this stuff, yeah, that's kind of where we are. That's kind of what we have left. So we have a lot of stuff to do, but we have a lot of time to do it, so let's get started. Or maybe we don't have a lot of time. So I think we should do the aluminum stuff for the space stuff first. I think I'm just going to do it here, because we have the aluminum here already, so why not just belt it across maybe over into this area and build this stuff? But let's make sure we can do that reasonably in this space before we get started. We'll also want to figure out where we're going to put the rocket. Maybe just over here too. Maybe. But I think we'll use assembly 3. We talked about making at least 2 of these. We're only making 24 aluminum, I believe, right? Yeah, 24. So we can only really make 2 of those because we also need some aluminum for something else. So let's take 2 assembly 3s. With the recipe for these things. There we are. Rocket launch on an island. Nah, probably not. I mean, it's all an island, so what are you going to do? And then we can do 2 of those. Those get made into composite panels. We need to store those because as we saw here, the rocket requires some of them. So we need to store them. So we can do that. Let's see, steel and plastic. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do a storage 3 maybe. In which case, do something like that, I guess. With bridges. No bridges. They will never add bridges to this game. Never gonna do it. Let's see, we'll do something like this maybe instead. And then out from here, bridges. Bridge. Out from here, we take those steel and electronics, make those in an assembly as well. Oh, let's see. Steel and electronics make these. We also need a maybe. I may want the output box to not be in line with these, or I guess we could just limit the belt output. We have some buffered always. We could do that. These will take in 8. These are producing 8, so I want 2 of these. And then those make 4 each, and we need them to go into making the last thing, which just means 2 of these as well. All right. So that's that. We need to bring in plastic and steel here, and electronics 2 here, solar panels here, and we also need the chemical fuel, which we need to figure out how to make. We make that in a chemical plant 2. Let's see if we can find that down here someplace. Derivatives, chemical plant 2. And that's going to take what? It's here. 12 ammonia, 12 fuel gas. Oh, right, we need to export fuel gas. Interesting. Nerd assume britches, as it's a word that's hardly ever used there in the UK. Is it more common in the US? In certain parts of the US, those parts could include the parts that Nerd lives in. But yes. Yes. So, and then 8 aluminum comes in here. So that kind of is part of that input. And then I think we're also going to need the chemical fuel, though, for other things. I think we're going to need the chemical fuel to fuel the rocket. Maybe this comes down here? Maybe. Maybe. So this comes out on a flat. This isn't a fluid. This is actually packaged fuel. Interesting. All right. We're still filling this in with dirt. At least it finally got all rocked in, but now it needs to get dirted in. And then we need to bring the dirt back over here. I forgot to show you guys this too. I have started the work to prepare to fill in this way now, so that we can get to this island and harvest these resources too. Yeah, so we're going to do that eventually. Back to this. Back to you. Let's see. Plastic, steel. What's on that island again? Iron, copper. Wrong button. Coal, crude oil, and a little bit of water that probably won't be useful. Limestone. And then over here is titanium. Yeah, titanium. Which we don't need the titanium yet. We don't even know what it's used for. But we'll need it eventually, so we might as well get over there and be ready. That's the easiest starting island, which, as we talked about last time, is super weird because there's no sand on it. You have to get your way to this sand patch or to this sand patch if you want, in order to unlock glass and whatever comes after glass that needs sand. Silicon. IT Machinist, 51 months. Thank you for your Prime Gaming sub. Welcome in. Long time no speak. so let's get this thing figured out here. I think... No, I don't want to do that. So I want to do... Let's see. We'll do a small box for plastic. Streak is falling behind. Boogity, boogity. And then we do steel here somewhere. Steel goes both into these and into these. And then we need electronics 2 over here. And then we need solar panels. And we're going to need to have 4 solar panels per minute. Where we're making them over here, which may not be the best place to make them, we're making exactly 4. So I think I might just remove this from here and set it up over there and just belt them in. You could do that. Could do that. And then you need also ammonia and a fluid storage. And fuel gas. And right, we need to deal with the fuel gas thing that I have myself half dealt with, starting to deal with, and then forgot again. Let's go deal with that right now. So we want to have one of these big containers for that, because why the heck not, right? Right. Put that down there. I do want to do something different with this then, and I think that's probably not it. Yeah, we'll go like this. There and into there. This should probably be an upgraded pipe, though. And with that one, then. Yeah. And then we can do unpause, unpause. And then I think I can just take this for the moment and do it, put it over here too. There. And then upgrade this pipe. And then unpause this one and that one. I'm going to move that little pigtail of a pipe that's connected into the statue. Also. Now, actually. Reverse that. This should not be hydrogen, though, Wally. This should be fuel gas. Means its replicant should be fuel gas as well. And you can fill that up. And then I want to delete this little pigtail here. Just Unity that. And then take a new pigtail that's more straightened. Makes more sense in logic. Like that. Alright, so that'll take a little while to fill up. And it is under priority, but it'll take a while to fill up. We probably don't really need 5,000 of that times 2. But why the heck not? We ain't got nothing else to do. And we'll do the same thing here. Reverse that. Delete it. Unity it. And then take a Mark 1 pipe into there. Unity that again. There we go. Alright, so you'll save up some fuel gas. Then we have it available for us for this build. Actually, maybe I'll just leave this one alone, and I'll just take this part over here. Although what I should do is use the same steel once again for this. Which actually will be easy. We can just take you like this, put it one space away, that way I know that it's supposed to be different. And then we can take this, that, and this out, that as well. And we can put you guys over here someplace, in line with these ones, and have stuff being delivered to both sides. That'll take care of those, this, and the fuel gas comes in like that. That'll be okay, I think. We'll see. Alright, so I think I'll keep the aluminum on the ground here. So we'll have, how much of that? 20, well, we'll have 24 of it. We have 3 of them. That'll come in across here, like so. And then we'll just put that into, say, maybe right there. Right there. Right there. And in fact, you don't need to be there. And then we can do flat lifts. Here. And flat lifts. There. And then one of those will be for the plastic. We can move down. Yeah, that'll be fine. Make you. Yeah, that'll be fine too. Make you like this. You go in there. Oops. Flip that, please. There. There. Then we can take this one here. Let's move this more that way. Put this down here and make this more centered, like that, between the two, for no good reason. We'll put a separate lift there for that to go that way, just for reasons that are not good. And then we can do this. You go in there, and you go in there. Let's see, you need each of these. That would be good. And that would be good. Actually. This is fine. So then you'll go this way. And you'll go that way. And you'll go into there. And you'll go into there. We also need the steel. Come into here. Oops, I did the wrong one. And then glass and silicon poly can go into here. I want to put this closer. Let's go there maybe. Which means that I need to actually delete this. Put you in there like that. Actually, those can be a little bit closer because they don't need lifts. That would be fine. And then this can go closer here as well. Let's put one of them there and one of them there. Glass can go like this. And then the other one can go like that. Excellent. Exactly what I wanted. I'll have to get this stuff through there, but that should be fine. Actually, it could go right through between, can't it? It can. We need pipes here. These are small numbers as well. These were all small numbers, right? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This one here, pipe 1, you go into there. And you go like this. And into there. We're making 8, and that's more than we need for this. So I think we're going to have an output of this as well. Somewhere in the neighborhood of that. No, well, maybe. You aren't demanding anything. Instead, you're outputting chemical fuel. Need a flat balancer here. Yeah, that's actually kind of good right there. You make it 8, so this will go here to there. And then this will go like this. And it needs to go up. I think I'll put it up once we get to this point. You go straight in. You'll go straight in. Let's see. Let's do flat lift here. And another flat lift there. You and you and you and you. There. There. And these are all small numbers too, right? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This goes there. And that goes there. And then these go into presumably some kind of a storage. Just use a big one, I guess. Again. Well, it's a size 3. And these will be the station parts basic. Yeah, basic. That. This. I think. Oh, wait, I forgot about this. I think that's it. Those aren't needed. I think that's it. So let's move this slightly. I want to give myself a little bit of space here, but not excessive amount. Let's do a small ramp here, though. And put this... Yeah, right in there. That's a good amount of spacing, too, I think. And you'll connect to that guy. And let's go ahead and make this so. I'm going to allow these for pickup. Those are not allowed for pickup either. Allow those for pickup. Also allowing this for pickup. Yeah. Make that so. And then we can look at the rocket stuff. Like the actual rocket stuff. Here it is right here in rockets. Rocket assembly depot. And rocket launch pad. I don't remember how these work entirely. You need water in for sound suppression. You also have an input for automated deliveries. And I think this is where the chemical fuel goes in. No, that can't be because that's a pipe. I don't know. Is that... Okay, so we can deliver the station parts basic here. I could start loading fuel and cargo. Not enough workers. Oh, I forgot about that. Let's upgrade another thingy. Nope. I to improve. There we go. And you can take inputs too, and I think those inputs are just for the items used to make the rocket. But it works like a vehicle depot. So we don't need to have inputs, we can just have the trucks drop off here. Either one works fine. Got the workers for the build? No. No, I do not. But what we could do is leave these ones unpaused. So we can start making these pieces. Especially if we're going to do this thing. And also make the chemical fuel. Even though we don't have a specific use for it yet. We might later. Although, yeah, I don't know what we actually use for fuel here. Maybe it's just hydrogen or something? One thing that's horrendous about Captain Ministry, the white build mode is off-putting and subpar. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Let's see, so guess the rocket goes in here. And then the rocket comes out there. Maybe do something like this. And I think the implication was the game wants us to do the reinforced concrete surface here. Whether we need to or not, I don't know. We'll see. So let's go ahead and make this so as well. So that's going to take a little bit of stuff. I don't know if we have the purple parts for that or not. We have quite a few, and there were a bunch in here too, which there still are. And the reason there are a bunch in there is I deleted the computer labs things. That it's some things that's Vector does way better. You can change the colors. You can't see what you're looking at. Yeah, I get that. It would be kind of nice to be able to have blueprint colors that are configurable. I get it. This is... Oh, I paused it. Oopsie. Unpause that, please. So we'll just get things kind of buffered up here a bit. That way we're kind of ready to do things. And then we can play with this stuff. Let's see. Workers are coming in. I guess I should have unpaused the beacon so we can get another batch of people in for the beacon, but I didn't. So we have all this waste accumulating. Now we are accumulating in the fourth one there. And in that. While that stuff's building, we can talk about this. So we can take the spent fuel, which is the stuff in the stuff over here on the left, versus this being depleted uranium. This is spent fuel. So back into that. We can take the spent fuel plus acid and molten glass and turn that into reprocessed uranium 1% and plutonium and fission product. And then we can take the plutonium and mix it with 4 depleted uranium. So 8 of these plus 4 of those make 2 Mox rods. I heard a chime here. What's going on? Iron plant is full of rock again. Yeah, that's because the trucks are overwhelmed again. The iron mine is just about dry. We're going to have to start a new one. Luckily, we have 2 of them. We have this one here. There we go. We have this one here. And we have this one here. So we have plenty of iron in hand, at hand, on hand, something. So we can do that when the time comes. And then the Mox rods, I don't know what those do. And then we can take 2 of the 1% uranium, mix it with some hydrogen fluoride to make 4% uranium and some depleted uranium. And then we can take retired waste, which I have no idea what that is or where we get that from, and make recyclables. And that's made in a shredder. Of course it is. And then we can take 4% uranium plus more hydrogen fluoride to make 20% uranium and some depleted uranium. So what are the Mox rods? What are the fission product? And what are the retired waste? I suspect that Mox rods are used to make more fuel for nuclear. You might be right. No, this is still just uranium rods. We also got a nuclear reactor 2, though, which is probably where this goes. Let's go to nuclear. Yeah, there we are. So Mox rods will produce spent Mox in the nuclear reactor 2. The same amount of water, same amount of rods, same amount of steam, but spent Mox instead of spent fuel. So that... And then we got to store the spent Mox. And then we have to store the fission product. Maklava. And then we still don't know where retired waste comes from. And what do we use this enriched uranium for? The answer to that question could be over here. Could be over here. Enriched uranium, plutonium. Here's some more output fission product. Spent MOX can be used over here. These these core fuels go into... What the hell do those get used for? The spent one to make a new one. These must go into the breeder reactor. Okay. We also have blanket fuel. Oh boy. This is going to be fun. Can these just be upgraded in place? The reactor needs to be turned off before upgrading. Of course it does. But yes, they can be upgraded in place. There doesn't appear to be any issue with doing so from a perspective of this. In that, well, maybe so. Hold on a second. This will use more water. 288. That's 96 times 3. Yeah. Okay, so this nuclear reactor must have a level 4. So it produces a bit more steam. Basically double what we have here right now. We could double that easily enough. Double the output here as well. But we'd also have to have, double the input product too. So I don't really actually see much of an advantage to doing this right now because we'll get MOX rods. Sure. We'll be able to turn those MOX rods into fuel and to power this thing, which will use some of the fuel, the spent fuel, but then we have the reprocessed uranium that we need to deal with down the line here. We compress it by quite a bit. And then we can also deal with some of this depleted uranium, but by compressing these, we get more of that back. Oh, Jesus. This is something. So we use 8 of these, use 4 of that, and then we do 3 of this to make that, which means we get 4.5 depleted uranium back. And that means we have 1.5 of this, which is just a bit less than... Nuclear is very complex. Yes. Which means we get another 1 point something of this back. So through this process, we turn 8 spent fuel into more depleted uranium. We have to store up these enriched uraniums. We have to store up the fission product. We can use the MOX rods, which is fine. But we're gonna end up turning 8 of this and 4 of this into even more of this, like 6 or something. Ugh. Let's at least put this down in a ratio, unless this is ready, and then we can activate this and let it start processing. It is sort of. I mean, it's gonna take them some time to get these saved up. This isn't ready yet, though. This still needs more purples. Which we do not have yet. Yeah, so we'll wait on that. We'll go play with that afterward. All right, so let's at least fiddle with this build, even if we don't end up doing it. So we need to have reprocessing plants, chemical plants, enrichment plants. I still don't know how we get retired waste, but we'll have to figure that out. So nuclear reprocessing. That. Only 1 recipe, so that's easy. That's going to need chemical plant, I think is what it was. take care of the green thingy. That outputs the usables. We have to bring in acid. We have to make molten glass. Here. Not much. It's only 4, but still. Oh, this costs teraflops too, because of course it does. And I assume that is only chemical plant too. Yeah. These green things, we need an enrichment plant for those. That's the 1% to the 4%. We're producing 6 of these, so that means we need to have 3 of these. Oops, not you. Not yet. 3 of those. And then those produce enriched uranium, which is done in another one of these. Yeah, another enrichment plant. Here. So we're producing 1.5, and this needs 2.5, because of course it does. Now, the least common multiple of 1.5 and 2.5 is gonna be 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 15. So we're obviously not going to want to make that many of these. That is 15 divided by 2.5, which is 6 of these, and 15 divided by 0.5, which is 30 of these. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We would have 1 of these. These 3 outputting to that, and this running 60% of the time. So that's going to basically produce 0.3 of this. The acid is kind of neither here nor there. It's made in a settling tank. Yeah. From acid and rock. That's fine. And then we only need 1, 2, 3.6. And this makes 12, so that's fine. What else do we got here? The blues? No, we store the blues. I've got the blues. That's it, I guess. And then we turn the Mox rods in. We send the Mox rods into here, where these are upgraded, of course. Send the Mox rods into here somehow. 7.5 is common multiple. Oh, yes, it is. You're right. So it would only be 3 of these and 15 of these. Well, wait a minute. Then that's 5 of these and 1 of these. Yeah. Duh. I was doing 1.5. I should have just done 5. Or just on 0.5. 5 of these, though, would need not an even multiple of 3 of this. That's why I didn't do that. Yeah. That's why I didn't do that. Okay, so yep. 7.5 would be our target then, I guess. Which means that we'd have 15 of these and 3 of those. Yeah, but then we'd have 15 of these is going to need 30 of that. Which means we'd have 5 of these. Yeah, we're not building that big. We're not producing 40 of this waste per whatever. We're producing 1 per minute right now. So we would easily chew through all this in no time. And of course, producing more of this crap. So the blue we have to store. These get processed into that. This gets processed into that. So we're going to end up producing 4.5 plus 1.2. So 5.7 depleted uranium for every 4 we consume. It means we're storing 1.7 of that for every 8 of these we consume. And then we're also storing 2 of those as well. Gosh, I don't know that this is worth it. I guess it keeps this to a minimum. But it means we have to add many more of those. I don't know if that's worth it. do we want to build this thing? And then these come out of there. We have to somehow fit them into this. But there's something to do with the waste rather than storing more and more of it. There must be later. Let's see. Yeah, there's more we can do with it later. That's what the breeder reactors are for. We turn a crap ton of it into blanket fuel. Here. So that's where we get rid of it, I guess. So do we want... I mean, I guess it's net negative in terms of raw numbers of items. Returning 8 of these. No, because we have to store this crap too. Well, we have to store 0.3. So it's 8 inputs plus 4 inputs. 12 total inputs becomes 0.3 outputs plus 5.7. Let me write these numbers down. 8 plus 4 inputs. And then it's becomes not that. 2 outputs there, plus 5.7 outputs of those, plus 0.3 of these, plus also each one of these moxes is going to produce an output, so that's plus 2. We're turning 12 outputs into 10 outputs with all this shit. We're not doing this now. We're not doing this now. That was to prove the point. That was exactly the point, Graspian, is we're not doing this shit now. But that at least gives us a sketch for it. And that's if I didn't miss any outputs. As far as what we have to store. So yeah, I don't really see the point in doing it to save 2 total output items. Yeah. That's what I wanted to prove out. I wanted to prove out that we didn't need... we didn't want to do that. And we did do that. So let's come over here now. We are saving these up. We're nearly there. Do I really need to have 1,250 of these saved up? Probably not. Let's go with 500 instead. And then let's activate these guys. And let's start making some of these things. You're still not done. We still need 126 of those. What's that look like at this moment? These are the impediment? Oh, right, because we're... Yeah. You're heading out, nerd? Alright, have a good one as well. You need 6... And we're producing 12. Yeah, but half of them are going there, half of them are going there. And they are collecting them as soon as they get a half a chance to collect some more. Good. Okay. Well then, the next thing we want to start sketching out is what this looks like. Research Lab 4. No, let's do Medical Supplies 2 first. I think we should do this first. It needs sugar, ammonia, and oxygen to make antibiotics and carbon dioxide. The whole process is really designed to be used in one big build to recycle and reuse as you go through the process. I figured as much, yeah. Kind of similar to the way that Satisfactory handles it. Yeah. So we're currently making how many medical product thingies? Where is that build? Somewhere in this neighborhood. Here it is right here. We're currently making 24. That's perfect because this input is 24. So we'll do an assembly 3 here, one of those, and then 3 fermentation tanks. This and that. Let's see, come up here and sketch it somewhere out of the way a little bit. This will make yellow, yellow, and then fermentation tanks are in the food section. And we need 3 of those to make this goop. So we'll have sugar, oxygen, and ammonia coming into this system. It'll output these 3 eyeball-looking things here. And also the carbon dioxide. We'll get 12 carbon dioxide out of this, put it in a tank, and we'll ship it out by a truck to these input tanks here. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. So this needs to be put... We already have an output tank here too. We could even just combine those together. You're already bringing in sugar for this one and oxygen for this one. How much oxygen we need? 16 there, plus 8 times 3, which is 40. You produce 36. And then this needs 16 sugar, and these each take 4, so that's 28. We are making at present no more than 12 sugar. We need to add more sugar. Sweet. Which means we can scale this up, which we're already overblown on to begin with. So we need another one of these. Wait, we need 2 of these. We need another 2 of these. Is that going to be in the way? Probably. This is turning 15 items into 18 items. Maybe we should move sugar processing elsewhere. Well, kind of 15 items. It's really 18 and 18. If you count the water as an item. If we move this, we need to move it to where there's water. So that's probably why I don't want to move it. How bad is this copper mine going to look when we need to put walls up and dig down here? So you'll be there, right? Yeah. You'll be there. You could actually go in by 1. But I think we'd keep it the same. Sand needs help. Hold on, we gotta deal with sand first. Let's mine out... Oh, wow, yeah. Mine out another block here. Like that. Copper, that's what we were talking about. So this could just come across to... kind of wherever. This one could be as far up as we needed it. We could go there, even. This could actually go in by 1 at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 we need. Yeah, this could go here. That one can go there. And then we can come in even further here. You're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you need to be at least this far out. But given that we see some... a little bit of copper in the surface there, I think we'd go there. So let's just keep that maintained, maybe. Go here with it. And so if we do that, we have room for these 2. There's no problem. 2 more of these, that is. Let's do it. You go here, and you go there. We'll need to do... Actually, we need to do a little bit different on that. That's okay. Let's do this first. And then we'll move these guys away a bit. These need to go out by 1 more space. We'll move this one with them when it becomes time. I know food processor needs to output stuff. Actually, it's time. You can move also. There. This pipe carrying water. I'm just going to empty it. Mostly empty it. That should be fine, I think. Because I just want to take out this part from here to the end. Go away. This can just go in. And then this can go down to here, down to here. Go ahead and build those, please. And then this pipe here is 3 times 3. It's fine. Why did I do that? Well, while we're here, take out the rest of this pipe. Yeah, that looks more better. Or better, faster. Do this. No, wait. It's going to come over here. And then come along this. Go there. Go there. You go there. Make that so. I'll make these guys so as well. And then here we need an output for each one of those things. Yeah. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Make it not insane. I think I'll just have to put them. Let's see. Come out by one more and also go up there a bit somewhere. That's not gonna be right either. U-shape lift. Sugar can be on that level. Biomass can be on. Oopsie. That level. There. And there. And then the same thing in reverse here. You'll have a lift going in. Let's put it down on that one. Let's move this whole thing up by one more. There. And there. Alright, so you'll connect like this. You'll connect like this. You'll connect like that. You'll connect over here. You'll connect over here. And you'll connect to that one right there. Make it so. And then we're not going to need all of this, but we're going to need up to 45 sugar. Which means we're going to need a lot more production here. I'm going to take the fruit out of this one again and put sugar back in. That gets us up to 16, and then we can fertilize the rest. Well, some of the rest. That puts us up to 28, and we can go a little bit further. What do you need? What do you have? You have iron. Oh, I took the iron out of this one? Whoopsie. There you go. Have at it. There's a little bit of iron in there. Oopsie. See, I'm still playing ATS. Can't believe there's that much content for such an indie game. Well, it's basically done now. The game is, that is. But I still haven't done everything that the game offers, so it's kind of a, you know, kind of a thing, I guess. So that should take care of all of this that we need. You all running? You are all running. This takes... Okay, that's 36 and 18. That's fine as far as the belts we use. So we can possibly put this in place over here. Somehow. I'm going to put it spaced away a bit. I'm also going to flip it like this. Actually, let's do it. Not spaced away. Not spaced away. This will need to get backed up. We'll need another oxygen thingy here. I think I'll just do like that, maybe. In a game where the devs offer too much content. Well, the thing is, the content they offer is not part of the base game. It's the kind of It's the prestige ladder, so it kind of doesn't matter. And then you... we're not going to actually need these anymore. What if... No, let's not do that. Let's get these up to this point-ish. Let's go 3 apart. 1, 2, trace. We won't need these anymore because we're just going to put the better ones in here. And that'll be fine. I'll have to do some shenanigans here a bit, but we'll figure that out when we get there. We'll have to get rid of these, which will be fine too. Let's see. Oh, we can't do that either. I'm going to pull this away a little bit, which will be fine. Because I'll need to have 1, 2, 3 spaces there. Keep seeing people banging on about Blizzard needing to reset WoW with WoW 2. They've been saying that for 10, 15 years at this point. Oh, not upgrade. Not upgrade. No, not upgrade again. Down again. Down again. And unpause. That wrong button. This one here. Actually, you just Unity it. That's what I intended to do, and then I forgot. This needs to go here, up, and then back down again. And the reason it needs to do that is so that I can do this and connect into that. So I can do this, connect into not there. Ooh, I severely botched that connection. How did they do that? There we go. I did it here too. Okay. Raid Vergoth, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. What are you up to tonight? Captain of Industry. What part are you in? And thank you for the follow as well. Insta ads, sorry about that. It happened to, ad break just happened to start as you were coming in. But you can't hear, so we'll talk about that when you get back. We also need ammonia here. So, let's see. Move this over to there for reasons. Put one of these in here. Unity build that. Delete that. This can go like this. And Unity that. This can go there. This. That. Go ahead and make these so slow way. Do we have a meltdown again? No. Good question, Craspian. A severe flu, apparently. Forgot how much holding the mouse button there was earlier. You don't have to do that if you just tap the button, the keyboard shortcut. You're talking about for auto-crafting IT? And you're back, Fergoth. Welcome in. If you're talking about the auto-crafting in Satisfactory IT, then you're just doing it wrong. You got to just tap it, like the spacebar or whatever the button is, and it'll make the thing, and then it'll make it forever, basically. You run out of supplies. I'm not sure what happened to population. Craspian. So, Vergoth, where are you at in the game? We are approaching Research Lab 4. going... Workers are still going down. Wait a minute. Oh, these got finished. Never mind. Things finally finished. So we need another group of people here. That one? Yeah. So got to the second lab. It's a new playthrough. Been a long while since you played it. Yeah, I haven't played since like our EA release or update 1 or something. So this is a huge difference for me too. But yeah, we've been just kind of trucking along with this. So I don't know how much you want me to avoid spoiling for you. But yeah, there's all kinds of new stuff since the last time I played. Yeah, this needs 160 workers. That's where the workers happened. It only needs 30. We're gonna actually probably need another one of those. 140 to 240. Yeah, we'll need another one. Let's see. These are all 3s. Yeah. I haven't played it in like it's like this time of the year after the game, the year the game released, really. Well, last time I streamed it, I did try to play it a little bit at one point, but I didn't get very far. In the trailer for patch 3 with the space stuff, and that's what pulled you in? Yeah, I'm just getting to space stuff now. That's what this is over here. Alright, so while that's accumulating some workers for us here, Beacon is operational. Yeah. We'll get some workers in, and then we can reactivate those things. Whoopsie. But here, I need to do something different. Now they're advertising update 4 with bridges. Yes. I need to do 2 spaces back on this, I think. Yeah, you need 16. That's fine. And actually this isn't right either then. Yeah, shut up. Because this needs to go here. Now, let's go here and up, and then across. Wherever we go. Trains and bridges, what you want when we first started playing, so you're happy about that? Nice. Yeah, that would have been something kind of nice to have, for sure, earlier. But that's okay. We get it. We get it now, and that's what's important. You can connect there, there, and there. Now let's make these unity. Make these unity. Oop, I did that backwards again. Stop. Downgrade. Downgrade. Keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. There we go. Alright, sorry about that, my friend. Guess I could let it build the rest of this stuff, but I'm not going to yet. This can go this way. And there. Yeah, we haven't done trains yet either because I'm super whatever about it. Weird, basically. We haven't done trains here either, but we'll get them eventually. I promised somebody. Let's see. Ammonia import. I have one of those over here I can just copy. Just do that down here. Yeah. right there. Delete this pipe that we don't need anymore. Now it's got to back that up by 1. Right there. You'll come out and do this, kind of similar to what we did on the other side. Nope. Stay up there, and then drop down. And then you can go this way. And then drop into there. And then you can go this way. And then drop into there. I want to pull this out by 1 just for the same reason. But that should do for that. And then we just need to have this stuff coming out. Yeah. This stuff coming out here. That should be fine. And it's going to go over here someplace. I'm not sure where, but we'll put it there for right now. And then I need to have you guys and like this and like this. Let's make this so. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. Just going to break you, which is fine. I don't care. And then let's put this in here. Yeah. And then you connect up like that. Make that so, and this so. Then we need another output box here. Control click that to change the recipe. And you become this one. With that. And that should do eventually here too. And you need one of those too. I forgot. Unpause. Unpause. Not the right buttons. There we are. Okay, so the sugar's flowing here. Are you guys making the weird blue stuff? You are. That's antibiotics, by the way. Penicillin. Truck should have no problem grabbing that carbon dioxide. The antibiotics are flowing. I don't know why they're yellow on the belt when they're blue in here, but what are you gonna do? And then you just need this to be built, which I don't know why what you're waiting on. Rubber? Who's got the rubber? Unity. It's fine. There we go. And that should start making those things. Perfect. Wait a minute. That only needs 12. I thought it needed 24. Oopsie. Yellow is the new blue. Pain Train, welcome in. So we're gonna tweak this a bit. You move this. Again. You do this there. This will stop producing eventually here. Take that stupid hat off. Can do. What's good? Antibiotics apparently are good. And then what I want to do here is move this slightly. Actually, we'll move it slightly more. Like that. And I would like to have another one of these here. You can be an input like that. You can request the yellows, and we can do an input belt. Like that. Unity... No, we don't need a Unity that. We got plenty internal storage there. You do that. You do this. The effectiveness of these is a bit more, so that's why we want to use them. And then we'll just let these get spent all down delivering to here and get used. And then we'll, yeah. Although I could also do this and this. Make sure they get used. No, don't upgrade that. Stop it. You just use Mark 2s. You do not need the Mark 1s? No, you don't need the Mark 1s. Doesn't matter. You can use either one. You're off. Good luck with space. Thank you. We're getting close. Close. New refugees. Oh, crap. I need to pause that again. Thank you, Wally, for noticing that. Have a good night, Vergoth, and thank you for the raid. Good thing I caught that when I did. Otherwise, I'd have been upgrading another one. So we can unpause these now. And, we try to make one of these rockets. Do it. This is all backed up, too, by the way. Wait. You're waiting for steel. Oh! That never got built. Haha, oops. Okay, well, that would have been great. Here we go. Make that, please. And, this. Have you starved this out yet? Not quite. Almost. Are we launching a rocket today? I don't know. Yeah, so we only needed 1.5 of these. I thought they both said 24. Oopsie. Oh well. We got a little bit extra. C'est la vie. Which means 16, 8, and 8 is 32, which means we don't need 2 of these anymore. Because we actually only need half of this too, so it's really 16, 8, and 4. Sugar's fine, ammonia's fine. Yeah, that's fine. All fine. Fine. But these are all backed up. Alright, so these are getting processed in here. Unless you only will use these, which is possible. Since they're both there, they may only use one. If that's the case, then we will have to evacuate the lesser ones. We'll see when this is done. I'm going to take these out, because that's full now, basically. Take those out. And I'm going to request them here instead. We can use them to upgrade instead. This is still processing, so it's going to use them at like 1 each. So I use one of these, I use one of those kind of thing. Fine. Is this empty yet? Yes, it is, except for that sugar, which will be fine. Delete that. Delete this oxygen pipe. Delete, not yet that, we can delete that belt, it's fine. Delete this belt, delete this pipe. I thought so. Antibiotics got delivered here. Let me pause this belt and allow deliveries here. And that'll get them to deliver the antibiotics here. And then once that's flushed out... Alright, they're on their way now. Is that you right there? Yes. And we can activate that belt, and that'll be good. All right. Make it so. A moderate flu right now. Okay. All right, so over here to the rocket thing. We made the rocket. It drove across. We missed it driving. Oh, man. So we do need water here. We need hydrogen and oxygen here. I guess we stuff one in one tube and one in the other one. You need to have 160 water. Now, how is that used? Can I just do whatever with the water, or should we test this a little bit? Test it a little bit. There. Maybe one of those oxygen thingies. Here. Go like this then. Weird that these aren't labeled, but okay. Waste for the nitrogen here. And then another tank over here for the hydrogen. So that'll be H2. That'll be O2. And then we need H2O. And once we figure this out, I'll probably just make some seawater into this, but for now, this will be fine. So we can deliver 40 somethings or 4 people in the payload. This is obviously the cargo we want. We happen to have 60 of them at the moment, so that's good. We'll let that stuff get built, and then we can take a look at how this works. Let's see. Iron is actually going to be a struggle here in a moment. We have almost none in storage here. How much do we have stored up here? Luckily, that's half full? Yeah, about half full. So we do need to get going on the next iron mine very, very soon. I think I should take you and a couple of you and get another mine going up here. Oh, let's see. You need to come all the way back to here. And let's go like that, maybe. This needs to go all the way down to there. Go all the way to here. And all the way up to way the F up here someplace. Which is actually going to conflict with that one. So we'll have to fix that. All the way up there someplace. And then you go all the way up here someplace. Let's go that far. And we'll go this far. And we'll screw that up royally. One more. Nope, one more still. Yep, there we are. Okay. Make it so. And then we need to have one of these types of things. The big ones this time. Let's do this way? Yeah, this way. Do a control click on that. You will handle iron ore, rock, and dirt. Iron ore is definitely coming out of slot 1 here. Raid! Ogrimscar, welcome in as well. That's this one. Ogrimscar was playing Hunt Showdown 1896. Now it is I that raids you. Put one of them there. Put the next one there someplace. You are rock on 4. Or D, rather. And dirt on A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Welcome in, everybody. How was your stream? Dirt goes there. All right, good. This is dirt. Keep it empty. This is rock. Keep it empty. And that is iron, and don't keep it empty, but allow pickup. Okay, make it so. And then we can start marking this up. So let's start here where we have easy access to some iron, relatively speaking. And then go from there. Go eat and rest. Alrighty. I appreciate the raid. You have a good rest, and we'll see you next time. Next time we see you. I think there was 3 trucks there too, or did I knock it down? I knocked it down. Okay, good. Make it so. What do we have here now? Water's coming in. Good. Oxygen's full. Hydrogen's got to come in yet. Fine too. We're going to space today. Of all things. Not a train in sight. Who needs trains anyway? Where's that? There it is. An excavator. Let's have you focus on iron ore. So that you get only the rock you need to get. Oh, this is another weird thing. There happens to be titanium down below this part here. Where we're going, we don't need no trains. Alright, we have full sound suppression water there. Let's go ahead and assign station parts basic here. We'll bring 40 of those over, hopefully. We have 96 in total. This does not have a pickup drop-off complaining thing, so that's good. Don't see somebody is registered to pick those up, though. Coded only when there is a demand. Okay. This needs a space station. I assume the space station is formed by sending up station parts, but is there a way that we have to do something to demand it? Oh wait, maybe this space station? There we go. Deploy space station. We need 80 parts for that. Alright, there we go. Now they should start bringing them over. Registered? Not yet. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe? Am I missing something else? You haven't picked up any of those yet. Something else is missing. What, you may ask? Pfft. The first rocket launch you've seen, this will be the first one I've done since they actually made rockets worth something, instead of just a sink of resources, which is what they were back in the beginning. Nothing in the message center there. About space. Auto launch when ready? Waiting for payload request. Maybe. I mean, I could do that. You idiot. I definitely registered that. Alright, you got the 40 now. Can I not manually launch this thing?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff.
Ooh, cutscene. I won. All right. We will go to space today. Congratulations. That didn't actually show me what the message was, though. Okay, well, that was that. Now we need another rocket, because in order to do this, we need to launch 40 more. So let's make another rocket. And queue that up. And are you mining... Wait a minute, I forgot about something. You need to not go there. You need to go here instead. To show anything, or not until, probably until we launch that other rocket. And then maybe we'll see something. I don't know. Right now, that's all we can see. Just the planet surface from space. I can't scroll, I can't zoom, I can't do anything there. I didn't look and see, but it looks like it did use this water, or it is using this water. So we should probably set this up to provision water. It does not load very fast, although I do have it limited by pipe. Why did I connect a pipe there? That was stupid. Eek! A hatless Wally. Eek! A hatless Jonathan. Also, the game went down to the slow speed. There we go. Take that hat off. We can do that. Let's watch. Try to watch this time so you guys can see what the rocket actually looks like as it moves. A banana for Og. Okay. But Og went AFK. There we go. I'm actually going to empty this back out again, just because I don't know what we need to do with that. Whether we need those parts for more stuff or not. Are you doing the right things now? You're going to get gas. Okay. How about you? Oh, here it comes. Rocket stands up. It's put on a little truck. And gets trucked out. And then steers, it turns itself around. And gets trucked in. I don't know why you just didn't go straight across. There we are. Nice. And then the gangplanks and the gangways and all the gangs go in there. To annoy you, obviously. Alright, so that loaded up the fuel. And of course then the are you still not going here? You are. Okay, good. And it should be ready to launch. Maybe it's got to fill the fuel up first. That would make sense. And that should be upgraded if we're going to do it like this. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off. Off you go. All right. That should take care of this. And so you need a steady supply of station parts in order to maintain the thing. 0.25 per 60. But what does this give us? Doesn't really say what it gives us. Station requires ongoing maintenance and reboosting to stay in orbit. If maintenance levels drop below the marker, the station will downgrade to sustain itself. However, the station is set at its initial first tier and maintenance reaches 0, you'll be lost entirely, burning up in the atmosphere. So we need to launch a payload of 40. We're using one every 4 minutes, so we need to launch a payload every 160 minutes. That's in-game minutes, so it's speed 1. So probably more like every 40 minutes. So I need to put that back. You go there. So I need to be able to produce 0.25 per minute, and we're producing at the moment 4 per minute. We should be fine. Oh wait, don't do that. That should be fine. And iron is coming in. That's good too. And once this is cleaned out, which it will be soon enough, then we can start filling this back in with shit. So I don't know what the space station really got us. I guess it gets us this, actually, because we have a space station now. So we can unlock this. And that's our last technology at this tier. So now we need to work on this part. Let's take a quick starting look at that. What time is it? Yeah, we have time. We have time. Let's see. Buildings. Research lab 4. There's the recipe. 48 versus 24. So this doubles again. We had 24 going into this each one. Now we want 48 going into each one. Do we want, for any specific reason? Yeah, we want to double this. So we still want 2 of these. Oh no. No. No, do not do the thing. Do not. Take it back. Take it all back. Somehow I turned off ghosting mode again. So let's see. We want 48, which means 3 of these. 3 of these lab equipment. Those are made in assembler 4 only. They're not here. You won't see purple lab equipment here at all. We need to do this one here. Each one of these is going to need 3. That needs the reds, of course, plus electronics 3, which means we're going to need to have 6 times 2, or 12 more electronics 3 being made, which means probably expanding this, but we can do that after the fact. And then right now we're making 12 each. If we upgrade that to assemblers 4, that puts us at 24 each, which would be 2 of those feeding the 3 of these. Otherwise, it's 4 of the 3s feeding 3 of those. It's going to get big and ugly. Well, we can add more teraflops. That would be fine. Because we have, as long as we're making enough maintenance, which we should be okay on also, as long as we have enough electronics, we should be okay. Turn this around though, for a reason. So let's take one of these. Set it to number 3s here. We're going to need 3 flops for each one of these, though. So we have to be a little bit something about that. So 2 of those. And then that's going to need 24 yellows. Which means we do 2 of these. Yeah. And that's going to need 24 whites. Means we're going to need 1 of these. Yep. Each. And this whole thing will get doubled, by the way. And then that's going to need 32 and 16. You make 48. So do you. That's kind of the same way as we have it already, because these are making 24 and 24, and we're using 16 and 8. So yeah, this will be fine. Kind of the same build. So this is basically the same build here we have here. Just upgraded one tier, and then we add new buildings onto the end of it. These 3 times 2. Let's go ahead and make one more rocket. That way it's ready to go when we need it in space. Yeah. Probably a good plan. And then we gotta look at this other stuff. So, circuits are brought in. Circuits are brought in. Paper. Did I turn off auto launch? I don't know. Did I? No, I didn't. So, paper and glass. Glass will just be brought in. We need to have 8 times 4, 32 paper. One of these makes 12. This is chemical plant 1, though. If we upgrade it, we can get 24 out of it. We need 32. I guess we do a chemical plant 2 and a chemical plant 1. Call it a day. We already have 2 chemical plants here anyways, so that would be fine. We just upgrade one of them. That means we need 18 wood chips, and 3 limestone, and 4.5 steam. 4.5 steam means 4.5 wood chips. So that's 18 and 4.5 is 22.5. This makes 24, so we're still safe there. Limestone is going to be fine. That's just 4.5 limestone. Yeah, 4.5 limestone. Yeah, I mean, I think we could just do that. We upgrade one of these. We upgrade this entire array. And then we move these out. And insert the 3 buildings for each of them in the middle here. I don't know where you're trying to go, but I think that'll work. So we don't need to do a whole lot of shenanigans with this, which is good. Trucks are overwhelmed again. Are you trying to go over here someplace? Probably. And we can take these all out. We do need to get somebody over here to start leveling this, though. So let's borrow back one of these. And one of these. And one of these. Put it onto this. And then we can level this. Here. You can go like that. Yeah, I don't need to take this mountain down. I'm gonna go right through there. Whatever. I want to put one of these up right here, though. And then I want to put one of these up right there, though. Did you launch per chance? Looks like you did. Wrong button. Okay, good. You got 40 parts, so we have plenty of time to wait now. What I should probably do is turn off the auto launch there. Maybe. And have a rocket ready to go. And then when, I don't know, will I get told that this is going to fail? Or what's it going to say? Probably. Could make one then. We have it on hand. Okay, so how many flaps are we going to need here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus 6 is 19 times 3 is 57. Yeah, 57. So that means we're going to need to expand our... thing here. 57 divided by 4 is 14.25. No, we just need to add 15 more racks. And a bunch more power, of course. We have power, because we can always build this other part of the nuclear plant. This has gone quite a bit. I think we were, like, in this area when we started today. We had maybe from this line or so up covered. We've added quite a bit of rock and slag into that pile. We've also done quite a bit of dirt here. You can see that more easily. Because I had these markings left. We did quite a bit of dirt today. Crude station's getting close to being done. And now you're trying to go over there? For what reason? You're high. Iron's doing way better. That's great. But over here, this is nearly full. It's, getting close. I will probably dig down and scoop out these little bits here. Probably just have to go down a layer or so. So that'll be fine. Did I turn off the auto launch this time? I believe I did, yeah. Okay, the rocket's here, ready to go. So once... once we're ready, we can launch. While we're thinking about it, should we do any of these pollution things? What does pollution look like? And it wouldn't hurt. A lot of air pollution. We could do a couple of these. They're pretty cheap right now. Yeah, let's do a few of these. Vehicles and ships, obviously, because we don't have any trains. Although, we might as well do the train one, too. We can do them a couple of times through. To burn through some more resources, which is fine. But I'd rather do a few of them now, with the cheaper labs and cheaper lab parts than later. Let's see, we finished this. Working on this. We can take a look at what the crew stuff will take. We did this. We did this. Great. The crew stuff. The crewed station stuff. Over here. Need to start making food packs. Then we also need medical supplies and plastic. We have the other two. And that's made in an assembly 3. And then that will give us the ability to send people into space. Somehow or other. So let's make the food packs. I don't even know what those take. I assume they're made here, right? Yeah. How to give extra workers? Send them to space. Yes. Meat, eggs, or tofu, and then bread or vegetables. Meat, no. Eggs, yes. Tofu, I guess we could. We're actually not producing enough eggs either here. We're gonna have to upgrade our chicken stuffs. Let's see here. We're currently consuming 6.9 meat and 7.6 eggs. We should be producing enough eggs. I'm using eggs for cake, too. Actually, we're not producing enough eggs. Yeah, we need another chicken farm. We need to upgrade our chicken stuffs. Time is it? I don't know if we have time, but we'll try it. Yeah, we can try it. But probably, I guess I probably would use either eggs or tofu then. Let's take a look at the tofu. Where the heck is the tofu getting made? Over here someplace? Yeah, over here. Take that stupid hat off, thank you, Graspian. Looks like I was suffering, yeah. 12 tofu being made at present. We're consuming 4.5 of it. I think we should probably make tofu and vegetables for them. 16 vegetables. We'll probably have to tweak our production, but that's easily enough done. No problem there. So I think that's what we should do. Is do this here. We can just truck them in. Tentacles? Alrighty. It's been a minute. There's like 4 hats deep. So we'll just truck in the vegetables and the tofu. To make the packs. That'll be fine. And then we turn the packs and these things into crew supplies. And that would be over here. It only needs 2 packs. The rest of these packs could go toward a contract. What's the contract button? There. We could quick trade them to... No. They can go toward a contract. One of those 3. We can get crude oil for them. We can get uranium for them. And we can get ammonia for them. It makes 4. And, how do we make crew then? And is there a thing here now? Yeah, so we can upgrade this to a crew station. So we need 2 crew plus 0.4 crew supplies every 60. Maintenance is at 0.5 then every 60 instead of 0.25. And that gives us a boost to research effectiveness. And extra unity as well. So yeah, we'll want to do that at some point in the near future, but not today. Let's take a look at this chicken farm thing and maybe clean this up a bit while we're at it. Let's do 2 of these. Could do that. Could space them apart further. We still need to have animal feed coming in. Definitely want to do somewhere in this vicinity. Maybe I'll put the space between these. And we'll have to have this still existing. We'll need to actually looks like we need to grow some more wheat. Ooh. Let's see, you're making 16.8. Might need another, or I can upgrade this to a greenhouse too, can't I? Yeah. Do that. Another crop rotation, of course. Ship pollution just went down, and then we got trains pollution to go. I'm gonna go ahead and clear those as they come because we don't really need to keep them in the list here. So we'll take the eggs out, take the chickens out. We're probably gonna have these cranked up to max. We might actually need to turn some of the chickens into food packs then. Sorry, the eggs. We could do that. Should I do this or should I do this? Doesn't really matter much. Do it that way. Bring in the water. Take care of that. These go out. Those go out. And then this kind of stays the same. So I could move you out of the way a bit. Like that. This could just get maybe moved over as well to the kind of aligns better. This gets done. This gets moved out of the way a bit. We elevate those, which means that these would need to be elevated as well, but that's fine. I can just move this. No, they don't need to be elevated. Yeah, they need to be moved. So I can just move that. Yeah, this will be fine. Let's take you, move it over here for a moment. No. There you go. And then, Unity that, please. Take this over here. That. I think I'll take this pipe. You need to be pipe connector. There. This isn't going to work right either. I mean, the pipe connector's fine, but this needs to be elevated. Back here. Oh, you're bored. Yeah, we can fix that. Let's go with this button again and do just a bunch of these. I don't really care how you do them. Well, I do care because it's going to be a pain in the ass if I don't do it right. So we'll do that. I don't really want to interrupt this too much, which is why I'm fiddling here a little bit. Needs to come back by one more then. We do something like this. Something like that. For the moment, I will just connect you into there and keep this going. This will need to move quite drastically. Let's just put a new one down then. Somewhere over there. We'll need some flat lifts. You go there. No, there. And then you'll have one here as well. This belt will come out and go this way then. Oh, wait a minute. Pause that back. Put this there. Goes there. Flip. Go into there. That'll do nicely. There's a send to another farm, but we can't do that just yet. I'm gonna move this over there. Delete that. That. No, no, no. There. This. Bottom belt connected to the chicken output? I don't know. We'll check. This. Nope. And then you can get removed. Oopsie. Cancel that. Unity that, and just for fun, we're going to connect it to there. Unity that. Okay, so that'll take care of that. And then we just need to reallocate some chickens. So, set 100 of chickens over here. And that'll have to accumulate those, and we'll have a bit more coming in. Chicken farm, not enough water. Water? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, that's totally what I wanted you to do, game. Thank you. Unity that, please. That, please. There you go. You're using 3.72. It'll be up to 15 eventually. And then you're using 9. Or probably more than 15, actually. 16? 30? That should be fine. Yeah, it's accumulating. Okay, good. And I want to redo this pipe, too. Just for reasons. I should have made that taller. Yeah, I should have made that taller. So we're not slaughtering right now because we're still accumulating laying hens again. Once we have accumulated, once each one is full, then we'll get we'll get carcasses again. Which is why I only took 100 out of here, because that way it gets back quickly, because we're gaining, you know, it was like 18 to start with or whatever, and now it's getting up to 20 per minute. And that's what turns into carcasses and eggs, I guess. There, and there. So 20 chickens yield 7.32 eggs and 10 carcasses, I guess. It's the effective numbers there anyway. And so this is starting to output carcasses again. And then as soon as this one gets accumulated, which will take a while, then we get to have carcasses from there too. Which means we'll have up to 20 carcasses every minute. This will take 30. But not really, because this... No, not this. Actually, really, because we're taking... How much meat are we using here in town? I don't know. It was 6.9. There it is. 6.9 meat means double that in carcasses, which is 13.8 carcasses. So after the 13.8 carcasses, then they'll start going into here. We'll have 20, so that's 6.2, and that means about 6 meat trimmings, which is not even enough for 6 sausages. And 6 sausages means what? Almost enough for demand. Almost. We may need a 3rd chicken farm. I can remove this stuff here. In which case I'll have to rebuild this someplace else because, yeah. We do definitely need more wheat. This got up to 19.1 now. Probably gonna need even more than that. Means more farming. What's that one for? Soybeans. That's what that one was for. We never brought in soybeans. Do we have surplus of soybeans? I think so. I think I've heard it complaining about soybean backing up. Oh yeah. We're bringing in the soybeans, y'all. Here. Or should I do that different? No, it's fine. Soybeans here. Just do that, I think. Yeah, just do that. Add the soybeans into here, though. Put that up there. And that should actually be an upgraded belt also. Because we can use up to... No, 60 soybeans. Never mind. Never mind. Undo that. Perfect. Bring in the soybeans. That'll make even more feed. Soybeans are the best feed. Alrighty, so we may not have needed that extra wheat after all. So we may tune that down again. It's fine though, for now. So yeah, we're getting meat out, we're getting sausage out, and we'll have to see if we can stabilize there or not. But for now, I think we'll leave this here. We'll do... Actually, I'm going to do some more of the iterations of this. I don't know how far I'll go because it doubles or so every time. I don't know how many of these I'll do, but we'll do at least another one. I may do more off camera as I kind of let terraformation happen. And whatever else happens, I'm probably going to go ahead and skim out the rest of this iron as time permits. And then when we come back on Thursday, we can get research upgraded. And then we can do some more unlocking of things here. And over here, Wally, over here. And we can see what we want to work on. Ship engine and ship weapons. That'll get us some more combat we can do. Microchip production 2 would be nice also to speed that up. Medical supplies 3. Oh, we have a 3. Oh, great. We have a 3. We had to do those then too. And we can also send some people into space. So let's leave this here for now. And we'll pick it up here next time. Let's see. For now, who are we gonna raid? Let's raid Mr. Taco. It's Taco Tuesday. He is playing Satisfactory, of course. So let's see what he's up to there. For now, check out the YouTube if you're not already over there watching my content. Because if you aren't over there watching my content, you're missing half my content. New game releasing on Thursday for Graspian, that's Friday, that you have seen here before in demo mode, or seen there before in demo mode. It'll be the release. I don't know if it's an EA release or a full release at this point. I don't remember. But keep an eye on that. I don't know if I'll have a key for Thursday or not, but I will definitely be able to play it for Friday. Friday's premiere. So there's those things. And then also come and join us in Discord as well. In addition to hanging out and talking about games and technology, sharing memes, and making fun of Caledorn, we also have community game nights on Friday night. So you can come, suggest games in the channel there, and then you can vote on the game we play sometime on Friday during the day, and then come and join us for the game itself. And otherwise, we will clear out of here, and we will see what Mr. Taco's up to tonight. So thank you all for coming. Thanks for hanging out with me. Ogrimskar, once again, thank you for the raid. Let's see here. We also had a raid from, looking up your name, sorry, Vergoth. IT Machinist, thank you for the resub. And everybody else, thank you for the chats and the redeems. And we will see you all again on Thursday for more Captain of Industry. Have a good one. Bye for now.